Hello, hello, and welcome back to Temptations Ballad. We're still in the library, because reasons, you know. The Bonebreaker Library was quiet as Cole slipped towards the second most visited section, Battle Tactics. The first most visited section was the smut novel area, obviously. As Cole rummaged through the section of the selection of the strategy books, he felt Malice wiggle his way out of his pocket and slither up onto his shoulder.
Puny mortal, why are you back in this dingy library? We should be out exploring the world, the wonders of the material plane, not cooped up with a bunch of dusty books.
Wow, you really are a spoiled tourist. Cole plucked a heavy-looking book titled Class Details, The Player's Handbook 5th Edition, and flipped it open as he plopped onto the floor.
Now that I've got my own little adventuring party, we're probably going to run into some dangerous folks in the future. I figured it'd be a good idea to read up on combat classes, as so we know what to expect.
Malice peered at him with wonder.
My puny mortal is acting responsible and making cautious preparations. Inconceivable.
Cole rolled his eyes and flicked the snake on the nose.
Stop treating me like I'm a walking disaster. I will once you stop acting like one.
He grumbled and turned his attention back to the book. What should he read up on? Oh, yes. Oh, what the fuck is all fuck about? I don't know. Things, well, like Artemi knows cleric stuff, right? So there's no reason to. What's the difference between like wizard and warlock? What's the difference between wizard and sorcerer? Bard is what what's-her-name did, right?
Oh hey, this is what I am. Yes, a very poor specimen of a bard indeed.
Oh, shut up. Cole skimmed through the pages eagerly. Bards are charismatic base spellcasters who draw power from their words and music. Their spells are woven from tunes and speeches that are further amplified by their musical instruments of choice.
Hey, I've never seen you cast spells using your lute before.
Cole stiffened and shrugged his shoulders defensively.
I'm still new at this whole magic-y business, you know. Plus, I get kind of self-conscious about my music if I play it in front of other people.
The greatest strength of the Bard class is their sheer versatility. While they lack in raw strength and offensive spells of other spellcasters, Bards excel in supporting their allies and befuddling their enemies. Many of their spells ensnare the senses through charms and illusions, with a subtle touch that other classes simply do not possess. Confidence and charisma is a core pillar to a Bard's ability. One who is ashamed of their own strength will often find their spells weakened by insecurity.
Let this be a reminder, puny human. You do not dare to share your skills with your own father. The chances of you becoming a formidable bard are tentative at best. That is why you should form a pact with me and grow into your true potential.
You are probably the worst salesman I've ever met. Oh, I can just go down the list. Oh my god. The faith and devotion of clerics are the essence of their miraculous magic. Clerics harness the celestial light of the Creator through prayer in order to heal their allies and curse their enemies. No evildoer is safe from the righteous judgment of the Creator, with the Clary as her messenger. Claire. Throughout history, the Creator has deemed certain individuals worthy of her blessing. These individuals burn brightly with celestial power, many times greater than the average cleric. Among these individuals, the most powerful is known as the Creator's Chosen. The Chosen One is heralded as a guardian against future evils, as is coveted by the clergy at the Grand Cathedral. While many blessed heroes are known to populate the world, only one Creator's Chosen exists at any given time. After the Chosen's death, another is born soon after. The church often swiftly welcomes any new chosen into their ranks. Controversially, there have been individuals throughout history who have carried the Chosen's power, but had used it for illicit purposes. This calls into question the legitimacy of the Creator's blessing as a measure of one's morals. The cathedral insists that these ill individuals are not truly blessed and are mere pretenders to the name. Thus far, neither claim can be verified. Oh, okay. A druid. A druid class is often regarded as a lesser form of magic among the nobility of Axia. Nature magic is seen as wild and unsophisticated, used by lowly farmers to tend to their crops. Rude. However, dissenting scholars remind us that anyone who underestimates the powerful druid will soon come to a rude awakening. Like the name suggests, druid spells are associated with nature and wildlife. They often gain the abilities to shapeshift into feral creatures and bend nature's inhabitants to their will. Most druids in Axia inhabit the external farmland, where most of the city's food is produced. Their population has dwindled during the horrid locust famine that had decimated the farmlands. In the modern day, their community holds strong and is slowly gaining power among the higher class of the city. Malice slithered out of Cole's shoulder curiously.
What is the locust famine that this book speaks of?
Oh, I was about 12 when it happened. It was a pretty rough time.
Apparently a big swarm of locusts went wild in the exterior farmlands and ate everything in sight. Rumor has it that these locusts were cursed.
After they ate all the crops, they began sucking the life out of the people living there. Nobody knows where they came from. Luckily, the locusts never managed to breach the city walls. Axia had a ton of food stockpiled and magically preserved to last the year. I remember how we had to ration tiny portions of food until the locust swarm left. Most of the people inside the walls survived, but all the farmers on outside.
Cole shivered. It took years for the exterior of the city to fully recover. It was a pretty bad time all around.
Sorcerer. Most spellcasting classes derive their power from training or an external source. Such sources includes faith in one's deity, religious study of the arcane, and practice of woven songs. In contrast, the sorcerer's power is innate and comes from an unexplained inner strength. Some scholars speculate that their power stems from ancient bloodlines, arcane events in childhood, or perhaps even a simple fluke of nature. Due to their inexplicable origins, sorcerers are a very rare class of mage. One of their particular abilities includes their mastery over spellcasting. Nah. Can't be. They can empower and twist their spells with sheer flexibility and control that other classes lack. Destruction spells may burn away all enemies in the area, but leave allies unharmed. Other spells may have their range doubled, duration increased, or even cast so subtly they might as well be invisible. Some sorcerers even have the ability to cast multiple high-level spells simultaneously. The sorcerer's power is as rare as it is powerful. Okay.
Aha! This is it! This is the best class among mortals. Why not invest your efforts into this class, Puny Mortal? It will surely pay off in the future.
Cole shot Malice a doubtful look before skimming the book's contents. The Warlock's primary distinguishing feature is their dark magic acquired through dubious pacts with powerful beings. Through these pacts, warlocks attain great power without having to work or study for it. It is for this reason that warlocks have garnered a reputation for being the laziest of all spellcasters.
Wow, this really isn't selling your case. This book speaks falsehood. Warlocks are clearly the most noble of all classes. Come on, puny mortal, please reconsider. Think of all the power you can obtain.
Yeah, but it says here that in return for such power, the pact would tie me to your service. What a shitty job description. And do you even have workers' compensation?
Well, I admit I have not considered the ethical ramifications of warlock pacts.
What benefits do you offer? What about wages? Are there any clauses preventing your workers from unionizing?
I am unsure.
Cole snorted and swiftly skipped through the warlock section of the book. Well, I'm not interested. Figure your shit out and come back to me later.
Curses! Foiled yet again.
Within the city of Axia, wizards are considered the most esteemed and learned of spellcasters among the elite. In fact, the vast majority of the mage nobility are wizards. This class derives their power from rigorous study and scholarly endeavors instead of any innate source. Their wide array of spells, their wide array of knowledge provides them with the greatest diversity of powerful spells among all spellcasters. This section of the book has been scribbled over with Maro's messy handwriting.
In short, wizards are all fucking nerds. Sure, they got fancy magic, but they spend most of their time studying like useless shut-ins. Have you ever seen a wizard at the gym? Do they even, do even a single squat? I don't fucking think so. These guys have the constitution of a wet napkin. One good swing, and they're out cold on the floor. Science can confirm, wizards are the absolute worst of all these spineless magic users.
There was a small note in between the pages with Hamish's handwriting. Hun, please don't vandalize our books. I love Hamish, he's great. Unlike other spellcasters, the artificers derive their power from the technology and objects at their disposal. Their magic catalyzes in many forms, from an alchemist's enchanted potions to a tinkerer's toolkit. While the raw magical power of this class is rather lacking compared to other spellcasters, few can produce the right tool for any job as readily as the artificers. You know, I was really into tinkering with little trinkets and blacksmithing projects when I was little, back when I had like a blacksmithing boyfriend that I ruined the life of. It's fine. And Clyde taught me a lot of cool metalworking tricks. Do you think I'll be able to learn a few artifice? I don't know how this is supposed to be pronounced, guys. I'm troubled. I'm looking at the words, the word, and I'm like artificer. tricks in the future if I get my hands on the right tools. Malice nods wisely.
Ah, yes. I believe you are well suited for the artificer. Mainly due to the fact that you are already a tiny tool.
Oh, fuck off. Oh god, it's so many. Oh, this is Papa's combat class. Cole flipped through the pages eagerly. Barbarians are formidable fighters who are driven by their primal instincts and unstoppable rage. Fury is the power that fuels their physical strength, a sheer resilience and maddening reflexes. In a fight, barbarians are able to shrug off devastating attacks due to the rush of adrenaline in their veins. Furthermore, the battle-drunken rage renders them incredibly resistant to most mind-controlling and charming effects by mages. Out of all the combat classes, the barbarian outshines them all in brute strength.
What is the matter, puny mortal? I was expecting you to prattle on about how impressive your father is.
Oh, I was just wondering, what kind of stuff Papa got, does Papa get mad at when he's fighting? Whoops, I ripped my earphones out. Yeah, there we go. When he's fighting. I don't think I've ever seen him genuinely angry before.
I hear that many barbarians draw upon painful memories that incite the rage they require. Perhaps your father experienced some great injustice in his life that he uses to fuel his strength.
Maybe. Papa never talks about his time before the Bonebreakers, though. A fighter.
What does? Hey, what are you doing? Don't skip vital information like this.
Why not? Everyone knows what a fighter is. It's the most basic and broad combat class that basically boils down to a dude who hits people. Isn't that all of these physical classes, Cole? Like, come on. If you want to get really spicy, sometimes they hit people with weapons. That's about all there is to it. I think a rookie like Sid would fall into this category, purely because he knows nothing specific about fighting.
Well, I am sure some fighters specialize in a certain role.
Yeah, but there's no one defining feature. Like I said, it's the a class that's super broad, so that folks can shove all of the miscellaneous things into it. Moving on. As masters of martial arts and unarmed combat, the monk draws upon an internal power called ki. Some say kai. No, this is probably just ki. Sorry. To perform incredible feats. They have no need for weapons, for their own physical body is all they need in combat. In some cases, they can even hinder the ki of their opponents to cripple their ability to fight back. The monk is easily the fastest and most nimble of all classes, able to easily outpace their opponents without losing breath. There tells a legend that one particular monk managed to breach Mount whatever this word is, magical defenses and reach its summit. There, this monk learned all of the truths of the maternal, infernal, and celestial planes. Yes. The legend has yet to be verified by any scholarly sources. Ah, there she is. We can probably just slap a picture of Artemi onto this section and call it a day.
Ugh, paladins stink with such a disgusting celestial scent. I do not understand how you can be around her all day.
I'm more nervous about pissing her off, honestly. Cole sighed and flipped through the pages. Righteousness and justice are at the core of the paladin's virtues. As guardians against the evils of the world, they draw arcane power from their oath and devotion to undo their opponents. While paladins are trained in the basics of combat, of armed combat, their true potential lies in their magical prowess. They hold the ability to heal the wounded, smite the cruel, and defend the innocent from those who wish to harm them. Cole glanced up at Malice suspiciously.
Wait, shouldn't Artemi have sensed your demonic powers by now? How did you stay hidden all this time? Ha! Foolish! We greater demons are very skilled in cloaking our presence. No mere paladin will be able to sense us unless we unleashed a significant portion of our power.
Huh, good to know. Ranger. Cole scowled as he reached the ranger section of the book.
Hamish is a multi-class as a ranger. Great. Do rangers not intrigue you? They seem like a rather powerful class.
Not really. Yippee, I'm shooting arrows at people from the sidelines while Papa does all the hard work. How exciting. Cole rolled his eyes before skimming through the page. Masters of the wilderness and the hunt, rangers are predators that stalk their prey with uncanny precision. They are superb trackers with an emphasis in speed and stealth. A few are able to escape their grasp once caught. Rangers are known to arm themselves with the classic bow and arrow, as well as daggers and a wide variety of traps. While rare in Axia, certain rangers are able to utilize a subtle magic to aid in their hunts.
I remember the mercenary boys. Mercenary boys mentioned that Hamish's specialty is trapwire. I've never actually seen the guy fight, though. Rangers are stealth fighters. Oh, Rangers are stealth fighters! Isn't that the point? Sounds like a great excuse to be lazy, if you ask me.
Cole begrudgingly continued reading. Rogues! Cole grimaced.
Great. Now I gotta read about the one of Hamish's multi-class categories. I figured you'd appreciate rogues, since they are sneaky little shits, just like you. Hey, I'm nothing like Hamish, got it?
Cole let out an indignant huff before returning to the book. Easily the most cunning and elusive of all classes, the rogue specializes in stealth and deception. They are known to be efficient killers who slink into the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Rogues often destroy their enemies in a single, hard-hitting blow before disappearing as quickly as they arrived.
Yeah, right. Why can't Hamish use these rogue skills to hide better than when he and Papa bang? Everyone in the guild knows when they're doing it.
Cole snaps the book closed with a huff.
Longest goddamn rogue in the city.
Oh, loudest goddamn rogue in the city.
Well, from what I have heard, your father is quite the specimen. Wouldn't you be more offended if his partner wasn't loud? You're always prattling on about Morrow's prowess.
After all. Cole groaned and buried his face in his hands.
I really don't want to think about that.
I guess back? I guess... I assume this is... not mandatory? Go home and get some rest. I see. We got there. I'm not confused. We will end the part here. I will see you all around. Have a good day. No. Okay, don't look at those dates. Fuck you. Stop. No.